Despite the fact that he has never been charged with or found guilty of insurrection for his connection to the January 6, 2021 overrunning of the U.S. Capitol, on Tuesday of this week, the Colorado Supreme Court announced it will not allow Donald Trump's name to be on the 2024 presidential ballot in the Rocky Mountain state. In a 4-3 vote, the justices ruled that the former president had engaged in an insurrection with his actions on January 6th. Now, you may recall that's the same day the 45th president of the United States, during a speech at the Ellipse behind the White House, asked his supporters to peacefully head down to the U.S. Capitol.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Today we will see whether Republicans stand strong for integrity of our elections.
All 7 of Colorado Supreme Court justices were appointed by Democrat governors, so don't think for a second that politics are not involved in that decision. Now, in response, the Colorado Republican Party said Tuesday night it will cancel the state's GOP primary if Donald Trump is kept off the ballot.
Let's talk about Colorado for a minute. The entirety Democrat Colorado Supreme Court voted 4-3 to ban Donald Trump from their state's election ballots. Now, he's never been convicted of insurrection or any other Confederacy-era crimes that the 14th Amendment references. Here's the former president's response to this action and the multiple trials that he's facing.
It's no wonder crooked Joe Biden and the far-left lunatics are desperate to stop us by any means necessary. They are willing to violate the U.S. Constitution at levels never seen before in order to win this election.
The Supreme Court to respond to this decision by January the 5th. How do you think SCOTUS will rule on the Colorado action?
Greg, the only thing that they can do is come back 9-0 and reject this Colorado Supreme Court decision, because, as you said, President Trump has not been indicted on any charge of insurrection. He hasn't even been charged for it. And we know that Jack Smith will do anything in his power. He has a history of oppressing political opponents. If he had found some sort of charge, he would have already charged Trump.
Fox News' latest 2024 presidential poll shows former President Donald Trump leading President Biden with young voters by double digits. In voters under 30, 41% said they would vote for Trump in the 2024 general election, while 28% said they would cast their ballot for Joe Biden. Additionally, 14% said they would vote for Robert F. Kennedy Jr., 7% for Jill Stein, and 5% for Cornel West. Among those under 45, Trump is the favorite at 41% compared to Biden's 31%. Trump is also ahead among women voters, 41% to 34% for Joe Biden. Former senior advisor and deputy chief of staff in the George W. Bush administration, Karl Rove, recently highlighted Biden's 2 great weaknesses.
This is one of the 2 grave weaknesses of President Biden, that people don't think that his policies have helped them. And so what do? They go out and call the economic policies in the country Bidenomics. It's like associate his name with things that aren't seen to be working. And the other one is that he's seen to be a weak leader. And Donald Trump is seen to be a strong leader.
Oh. Weak leader is right. Trump continues to lead the Republican primary contest with 69% saying they back the former president.